If you enjoy classic men's fragrances, I think you will appreciate this scent. Stay tuned, people, to hear my thoughts on Giardino Benessere's Mr Colonia. What is good, YouTube? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. My name is Mikeycologne, and if you're tuned in, as always, people, thank you very much for doing so. That is right, today I'm here to talk about Mr Colonia from the house of Giardino Benessere. The perfumer behind this fragrance, or the fragrances in this brand, is Paolo Terenzi. And he is well known because he has his own brand called Giardino Terenzi. So the quality of this juice is top notch. To me, this is classic, a little bit fougere-ish, aromatic, but we'll get into that. Right, let me just show you the presentation. These are 100ml bottles and they are the perfume concentration, solid, weighty metal caps. The atomizer, not bad, gets the job done. Let's just waste a couple of sprays. Right, you've got Italian lemon, musk, orange blossom, ambergris and myrrh in the top. In the mid, you got tuberose, Thai lotus, Indian jasmine sambac, Florentine iris and more ambergris. And in the base, you got musk, Indonesian patchouli, bourbon vanilla and Indian sandalwood. Right, this opens full-on citric, lemon, musky. The orange blossom adds a little bit of a honeyed sweetness up top. So it's semi-sweet, very citrusy and clean, fresh. Once the opening calms down, this fruity facet starts creeping in, which I think is coming from the jasmine and the Thai lotus. I think they just add an ever so slight fruity touch underneath all that citrus. Plus, this does have a very faint floral nuance running through the fragrance. You've got tuberose, you've got jasmine, you've got Thai lotus. So there is some white florals in this fragrance. But trust me, fellas, to me, this is a masculine scent. So citrusy, musky, a little bit aromatic, ever so slight bit of fruitiness, a touch of sweetness. And then as the fragrance dries down more and more, the woodsy nuance starts coming in. That is when the aromatic side becomes more present. The patchouli is having a helping hand in the woodsy side of things. The tuberose gives this fragrance a buttery, creamy sort of feel to the fragrance. And I think the sandalwood blending in with that tuberose has a helping hand. When I say buttery creaminess, like it's not a full-on creamy fragrance, I don't mean that. It's just, it comes across ever so slightly creamy and it rounds the fragrance. It smooths the fragrance and then it dries down more. The musks amp up a little bit more. In the late dry down, this does go a little bit earthy, but the citrus, that lemon, stays through the life of the fragrance. Up top, it is very bright and lively, but as the fragrance dries down, that lemon calms down, and then this fragrance has got layers. It really has. And it just, like if you're wearing a suit or you're looking smart, you're going to a wedding or you're going out for a meal, fellas, this would be a great fragrance to wear. And summertime, this is gonna be a killer. Fresh, lively, clean, vibrant. It's a little bit sparkly when it opens up. To me, the vanilla and myrrh just add an ever so slight bit of warmth underneath everything. They add a little bit of sweetness into the fragrance. and the iris gives this a powdery touch. Not even a powdery edge really, just an ever so slight powdery touch. Like the iris here is not waxy, it's not cosmetic, it's not lipsticky, it's none of that. It just adds a little bit of powderiness into the mix of all the notes. And this, to me, with all the notes blended, I get herbal nuances, there's a slight green undertone, and that is what sort of gives it this fougere-ish vibe, so to speak. Full on citrus. As that dries down, the fruity facet comes in, the aromatic side comes in. It has a creamy sort of mid to it. As the fragrance dries down more, it goes more woodsy, it goes a little bit more musky. The fruits or the florals that are giving this fragrance that fruity facet sort of just, when I say amps up, they just become a little bit more present. And like I say, this does have an earthy base, but that lemon stays through the life of the fragrance, so does the musk. And this is a great smelling scent. 7 hours longevity, no problem. Good projection for the first hour and a half. It does lingers on clothes till the next day. This is like a traditional classic men's fragrance. A little bit fougere-ish, clean, citric, aromatic, woodsy, soft spice. Great fragrance. If you haven't tried this, get yourself a sample or go on Perfume Dreams, because they sell a lot of these fragrances from the house of Giardino, Benessere. And like I say, the perfumer behind this is Paolo Terenzi, and he has a great nose, or he is just a great perfumer in general. Right, people, that is my review on Mr Colonia. Let me know if you've tried any from this brand. Let me know what you think about this fragrance if you have tried it. Remember, people, smelling good's always a pleasure and never a chore. And I will see you lot on the next one. Cheers.